How's it going? We're making part one of the two-part video series called A Tale of Two Ryans. And this is a explanation and a little bit of insight as to why our ordering policy and procedures are kind of the way they are and how we narrowly missed or avoided a $1,400 mistake by two guys that have custom orders around the same time, not really even around the same time, about 3 weeks apart, both named Ryan. So this is Ryan number one, and I just wanted to start off filming here because I wanted to show people the only thing, this board was ordered 3 weeks ago, and this is in our final sanding room, so the only thing stopping this board from being completely ready for pickup is a final sand, where they just sand it down to the final smooth finish. I just want to hold the board up, so it's completely glass, and what this means is 3 weeks after you order, and you email me or call me and say, I want to change my logos, I want to change my fin box color, I want to change my leash box color. None of that is possible. Okay, those kind of changes, those kind of things that need to happen. You now have a 48-hour grace period, and then after that, there's a procedure that I'm going to walk you through, and it may or may not be possible. But certainly, 3 weeks after you order your board is not the time to ask me, hey, can I put my logo at an angle or a different color and airbrush and all these different options that you've had plenty of time to think about. So we're going to go upstairs and I'm going to show you board number two, which is another Ryan, and then I'm going to walk you through what happened and how we nearly almost fucked up two boards because both customers were not adhering to our ordering policy. Okay, meet me upstairs for part two. We're back in the shaping room now for part two of A Tale of Two Ryans. And I'm going to explain what happened and how we narrowly avoided a catastrophe and fucking up two boards. And it really has to do with two customers that ordered at different times, both really not following our policies that we're going to start enforcing a little stricter. And we kind of streamline things as far as a process of making changes and what you need to do now if you want to make a change. So this is Ryan number two, and Ryan ordered pretty recently. He ordered a pre-cut blank, which means I pretty much, these are the pre-cut blanks there, and if I don't have any other orders or I'm waiting on other blanks to be cut, I pretty much get right to work on them. So he ordered this week, and his board's already sanded. We're going to get a glass next. So I wasn't very strict with Ryan, and I was kind of helping him. He's maybe the first time his customer ordered a board. So during the week, he's been gradually adding to his order. And something that we're doing now, though, is you got 48 hours to finalize everything. And once you approve your order form, any changes after that need to come on our change of request form, okay? And that's basically to avoid what almost happened here. So I'm exchanging emails daily. I get 20 different emails a day from different people. So every day I'm reading an email, okay, Ryan wants this now, Ryan wants that now, how much does this cost from Ryan, blah, blah, blah. And, and when I'm making a big change, I'm adding his order form and I'm sending it back and forth, approve this, approve that. And it's very time consuming and labor intensive on my part. And it also can create errors if I miss anything. But that's why I sent him the order form to make sure he reviews everything. So what happened was I was about to start this board and I got an email from Ryan. And Ryan said, okay, and the last email prior to that was we were talking about some artwork he wanted. He wants some black paint dripping on the nose, and he was considering, he also wanted his logo at the side at an angle, which is a popular thing. So I get an email from Ryan, and he says, I just wanted to confirm my last email. I would like the logo on the side, and then I also want to do painted rails. So just so happens that I have another Ryan that ordered 3 weeks ago. But I have no idea, I'm not even thinking about that guy because I already emailed that guy, hey, I completed your board, I sanded it, it is now being glassed. So I'm thinking, okay, Ryan, that I'm talking to about his board, and we're making all these decisions, I'm going to confirm, I got your angle, your black logo at a 45-degree angle, okay, but I have on here that you wanted the black drip nose, and now the Ryan that I'm reading is saying, okay, I want colored rails. And from me, and this is how I got lucky, just artistically, I'm thinking, if we have black rails and then you also can have black drip paint, is that going to look good? So I told him, I got lucky. I told this Ryan, I emailed him, I said, call me ASAP. I'm going to hold off on your board so that I can confirm this what you're talking about here in the artwork, and let's just talk about this for a second, make sure we're on the same page. So I get a phone call out of state. I answer the phone. Hi, this is Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Okay, now I got that you wanted epoxy glassing and you got your logo at the 45-degree angle. Now I'm talking, just so you know now, I'm talking to Ryan 1, who I have no idea. And he doesn't tell me, I didn't order those things. But just, I got lucky. This is so lucky that I had this happen. I said, okay, the black drip paint, and you want the rails colored. And Ryan's like, oh no, I didn't ask for black drip paint. And then I said, wait a second, are we talking about Ryan who ordered a 7.4 fun board and you want your logo at a 45-degree angle and all this sort of stuff? He's like, well, my name is Ryan and I want my logo at a 45-degree angle, but I want my rails black. And I ordered 3 weeks ago when I ordered a little fucker model, which is a short board. It's like the Merrick Pod. Totally different board, totally different Ryan. And yeah, so if I would have not have caught that mistake, if I would have not have asked Ryan to call me, what would have happened would have been I would have told that Ryan, yes, I'm going to make those changes to you, thinking I'm working on this Ryan, talking to this Ryan, and then I would have fucked up this Ryan's board, and then I would have told that Ryan, oh yes, I got these changes for you, and he would be like, oh, stoked that, oh yeah, my board's going to look a certain way. And two guys that have been super bummed, and whose fault would that have been? It would have been my fault. So that's why on me, I'm not being a dick, but it's really important. It's really important. If this was your board and another guy is being stupid and trying to make changes 3 weeks after he knows his board's being glassed, and then I, don't catch it, that's my fault. But wouldn't you be mad? Like, hey, like, don't you guys have a system over there? So that's why now, if you want a design change, well, first off, think about your order before you approve it, but you have 48 hours to finalize everything on this. I'm going to give you a grace period. So, like, if you go to bed and you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I really did want blue fin boxes, that's fine, because if you just ordered, your blank probably hasn't even been cut yet. So you can make that change, that's fine, but I'm giving you 48 hours to figure your shit out, because I can't keep going back and forth and digging order forms out of my... It gets to a certain point. Once I cut the blanks, I bring the order forms down here, and then I start working systematically. So if it's 2 weeks and your blank is in my shop and your order form is in my shop and I'm at home and you're emailing me about color logos and angles and all this nonsense, it puts a burden on me, and that's something that it's now going to be on you. So you got two options. Option A is you print out my design request change of form, whatever I call it, on there, and you fill it out, and you send it to me, and you put your change on there, and I'll let you know if it's possible or not possible, approved or denied. And then option two is, if you don't do that, if you're just going to email me, oh, I want these changes, I may or may not be able to do it, but I'm going to assume that you've read my policy and that you're authorizing these changes and you're declining to do the order form and putting the burden on me to now remember what you said, go through my emails, come over here, put your changes on this form, and get everything right. The fee for that now is $20. It's going to be a design fee, change request, whatever I call it on there. I don't know. But it's just, we got to streamline things, and we can't be having mishaps like this. And luckily, none of these mishaps have happened. We got a couple of close calls, but I just want you to understand how things work here, how our system works. Is when you order, things get in motion. We have blanks moving around. We got 20 different orders that we're working with, and we try to have a really awesome customer service and a really, very customized process. But like when guys are doing this kind of stuff to us 3 weeks after the fact and running the risk now of messing up other guys' orders, that's what really going to put my foot down. No, you need to do the order form. You need to fill it out with your name, your email. And that's another thing I just want to touch on. If your name is John and your email is like Sally Sue and your PayPal account is Billy Bob, how the fuck am I supposed to know who the fuck you are when 3 weeks later you're like, oh, now I want this? It's like, it's impossible. And that's if you're the one ordering, because sometimes I get people like a parent ordering for their kid. It just gets ridiculous. So again, we're streamlining things. If you want to change, I may or may not be able to accommodate that. You have a 48-hour grace period. I'm telling you right now, watch this video, get your shit in line, think about it. Don't approve it until you know what you want. Once you know what you want, you have 48 hours to say, oh, do I want to add this? Or how much is that going to cost? Or Do I want to put on some colored logos or fin boxes or whatever? Because if not, if it's not on the order form, then we're going to need to do the design request form. So I got another customer right now that I got to deal with. Thanks for watching. Check us out.